What's up guys, it's Cole Bennett, and usually I'm doing music videos, but I thought, why not? It is 4:25 a.m. on a Monday night, and I've been editing for like 5 nights in a row, so I'm just like, why not make a vlog? Everyone seems to be making lists about rappers that they think are gonna blow up, or people to check out, and I feel like I have some people that you guys should tune in on if you guys aren't already. So yeah, here's 15 rappers that I think are gonna blow up in 2017. Keep in mind, I may have forgot some people. If there's someone that I didn't list that I don't know of, drop them in the comments. And yeah, remember, this is just my opinion. It's not that serious. But yeah, let's go. Firstly, Young Pinch is this kid that like caught my eye. I was actually sitting right here working on something one day, and I just hopped on YouTube and I saw like in the suggested this white kid with like really long hair and like shorts and like palm trees and shit. So I clicked on it, and this is when it had like 7,000 views. The Rock With Us video. I was like, this is a hit. Who talk like this? Northside Beach boy really walk like this. And I was like, this kid's the future. So I found him on Twitter, hit him up. Luckily he knew who I was already, so we hopped on a FaceTime call. I was like, well, next time I'm in LA, let's shoot. I went to LA like a month later. We linked up, shot the Look Like video, and then from there it was history. He's like a mixture between like hip hop, pop, like alternative. I don't really know how to describe him. Starring like his own wave. He's definitely, he has like a star factor to him. Like, as soon as the right people catch on. So yeah, Young Pinch for sure is an artist to keep a lookout for. Another artist is Warhol. Warhol, as you guys may know, is the artist that I manage. He's someone who, he's from Chicago as well, so I was hearing about him for a while. I finally took notice. I was like, dude, this kid, like, he has potential, like, he's really out here. And he was like 18 at the time, maybe even 17, I don't know. He's 19 now. We just clicked, and we shot a few music videos. We shot the Speed Racer video, the GJ Freestyle video. We became pretty good friends, and then one day we just came to the conclusion that, I should manage him. And then from there, we only got closer, and we're doing more and more stuff together. But he's an artist who, how do I describe it? He's super hardworking, and he makes all the right connections. If you can, solidify those connections as well as make good music. He has some like upbeat, heavy music. He has some slowed down, chill music, and he's just really an artist that is definitely going to take it to that level in 2017. And I'm not just saying that because I manage him. I'm saying that because he's actually up next. Polari. Polari is a guy who, I always said, the right person catches on to Polari, he's gone. He's a superstar. And, he just last week signed with Rick Rubin, which is huge. Like, if you know who Rick Rubin is, catching his eye, being signed to Rick Rubin, that's a real hip-hop legend, Rick Rubin. So, good for Polari. Moving forward, there's no way to go then up. He's really big on the auto-tune, and yeah, he has a lot of good music that is worth checking out. Wintertime's a guy who, honestly, I don't really know that much about Wintertime. I've probably listened to like 5 songs, and hits on hits. So based off what I know of him and the fan base that he seems to have, he's a guy who really has a lot of room to grow and be a breakout artist in 2017. He's like more of like a slow, sedated, I don't really know how to describe it, but he has a song called Through It All, which is super slow, and after like 3 times listening to it, like every word. It's just, it's super fire. So Wintertime all the time, check him out. Lil Peep. Lil Peep is a guy who I think everyone can agree that is just blowing up right now. He's one of the bigger artists on this list for sure. I've just started to catch on to a lot of his music. We were actually supposed to shoot a video when I was in LA last week. Peep is a blend between like rock, alternative, and hip hop. A cool blend to see because you don't see a lot of that. The Girls song and video, super fire. He has an interesting look to him. He's covered in tattoos, white dude, grills, crazy hair, crazy fits, a goth rapper, I think he refers to himself as. But yeah, he's definitely someone to keep an eye out for if you don't already know who he is. Lil Pump. Lil Pump is, like, so I met Lil Pump last summer when I was shooting the Smoke Perp Ski Mask video. That was the first time I met Smoke Perp, and I didn't even know who Lil Pump was at the time. And I met him when he was 15, and I know he doesn't like talk about his age, but he's just like this kid who, you know, he had an AR on him, he had braces. He still has braces, but like an AR, he's like putting it in his mouth and stuff. You gotta love him. Like, his music is just fun. Like, it's just hype. Some people may think of like Lil Pump as like a gimmick or like a joke, but Lil Pump is so talented. People don't understand, like, right now in this day and age, if you can market yourself, you're good. Social media is like a platform right now that is more beneficial than it's ever been, and he's really getting the most out of it. You know, that's a real talent. At the rate he's growing right now, Lil Pump is gonna be huge for sure. I can't speak about Lil Pump without talking about Smoke Perp. Smoke Perp's a guy who is on the up and up. He's another artist who's probably one of the bigger names on this list, and he's so diverse. He has such a cool sound to him. I was with him in the studio the other day. He's like, right now I'm really big in the underground, which is cool. I love it, but I have some records that could go mainstream. And he played me this song that may or may not have Travis Scott on it, but the song was crazy. And just to hear all the different kind of music he's working on right now is just like, yeah, he's gonna be huge. Superboy. Supa is a guy who I've been working with for a while, from Chicago as well, and he hasn't really gotten too much attention outside of Chicago yet, but his sound is so diverse. You know, his experience in the game and just how he maneuvers and carries himself is just super next level. So, you know, he has a feature with Chance, which, if you're from Chicago, that's a huge deal, and it's a really good song. And then his catalog just goes on and on and on. He was part of a group called Hurt Everybody that was about to blow up, but unfortunately they split up. His independent career is looking super good. You know, if he doesn't pop off in 2017, 2018 for sure is gonna have something special in store for him. But I think, you know, he could definitely do something big in 2017. 24 Hours. He was formerly known as Royce Rizzy. I wasn't too big of a fan of Royce Rizzy, to be honest. I didn't think he was that good. And then he switched his name and like completely switched up his whole style. He went from like rapping to like singing. He has features with Wiz Khalifa, Ty Dolla $ign, Roy Woods, and he has a lot of like hits. He's part of Private Club Records, which also has like Made in Tokyo on it, Noah Woods, a couple of those guys. Another artist I'm going to speak on is Uno the Activist. Uno is a guy who you may know of because of Playboi Carti. He has a lot of records with him. They came up in Atlanta together. For the wave, everything that's going on right now, a lot of people love him. He has that sound to him that people are picking up on. He has that, you know, that edgy sound to him, and like I said, with the other artists I've been speaking on, he really can apply a lot of different sounds, and I feel like that's a big thing in, you know, today's music scene. So Uno is definitely an artist who has the right people behind him, and, you know, a good fan base, and if he makes the right moves, he's good to go for 2017. 1000 Band Fawny is another artist. He collaborates a lot with Uno the Activist, and, you know, he has a lot of tracks that are starting to really pop off. He has that Atlanta sound to him, you know, kind of like the gritty, like laid back music that really is, you know, what a lot of people are into right now. Fawny's a guy who's been at it for a while. Like, I've been listening to him for a couple years now. He was ahead of his time, and I guess 2017 is just, you know, a time for him to really pop off. So I think he has a project on the way, but I could be wrong on that. I don't know, I haven't really been keeping up with him that much. Sorry. But yeah, Fawny. 1000 Band Fawny for sure. C. Honcho. He's the third Chicago artist who I've listed off. He's nothing like any of the other artists on this list. He's kind of like a drill rapper, if you want to call him that. I know people don't really like being referred to as drill rappers, but he kind of has like that Chicago drill sound to him. his lyricism and his flow and his energy is just incredible. So I feel like if you put C-Dot in, 2012, when the Chicago drill sound was really, marketable and popping off, he would have been gone. But even right now, he's really catching a lot of steam. He just has undeniable talent. I definitely say that C-Dot Honcho could definitely, make some noise. I mean, he's one of those artists that like has a big YouTube presence. He has a lot of views on YouTube. He seemingly has a big fan base, but the ironic thing is that like he's never performed a show. And in Chicago, a lot of people know of him. He's not talked about enough. So I think 2017 is definitely a year for C-Dot to be recognized for sure. He needs to be at least. I can't talk about 15 artists that are expected to blow without speaking on Lucky, formerly known as Lucky X. He kind of like, I feel like was one of the originators of like the Xan rap, like the Xan drug dealing rap before it was even cool. He was really applying pressure. If you're from Chicago, Lucky. And he's had his, his dips, his highs and his lows as far as his music career. But I think that he's starting 2017 super strong. He just released a dope video. How do I describe Lucky? He kind of had like this anti energy to him. So like he didn't really want to associate with anyone. But like his music was so good that he had a growing fan base. But if you're not willing to connect with people, it's kind of hard to really reach that level. But 2017, he's kind of like put that all aside, it seems like at least. And, he's collaborating with people. The music he's been putting out is super crazy. And, yeah, Lucky, there's no way Lucky, like, doesn't blow in 2017. Probably Smino Brown. He's from St. Louis, but he's pretty popping out there in Chicago too. He's another artist who ties in a lot of different styles, but he's more of like like an upbeat melodic rapper who has catchy bars that really mesh well with his production. I don't know, he's just one of those guys that like you hear his music and you just know. Cousin Stiz, he's out of Boston, and he released a project in 2015 called Suffolk County. I think that's how you say it at least. And it had a lot of hits on it. That was a project that really like helped him, pop off. And then in 2016 he dropped a project called Monda. I don't really know how you pronounce it, but that tape was super hard as well. In 2017, if he follows up with another project, I think there's no way that he can't really just blow up. But he's had some cool cosigns. I think I saw a video of Drake playing one of his songs in the club, which is like huge. Drake's co-signing you, you're good. You're good to go. And then also they played one of his songs on Childish Gambino's Atlanta Effects show, so that's also a pretty big deal. Yeah, Cousin Stiz is an artist who, I don't know, he just has like a cool sound to him. He's seen a lot, so it's cool to have that perspective on music, as well as just like fun wordplay. That's it for my 15 artists. Obviously, like there's artists who could have very easily been on there that I purposely didn't put on there because I feel like they've already blew up. X, he's on in my book at least. Ugly God, he's on. Cardi, Famous Dex, all those guys. They could obviously be on a list like this, but I think they're past it. And then some honorable mentions I have a guy named Nestle, who's also out of Atlanta, who also came up with Lil Yachty. And he's like a R&B auto-tune enthusiast. And he has a lot of songs that could definitely be on the radio. He has that mainstream sound to him. Yeah, Nestle is a very marketable artist in my opinion. Femdot, he is a conscious rapper. That's what you guys like to call him. But, it's cool because he has a message to get across. He has something to actually say. And everything that he puts out is thought out. Like, every bar, crazy metaphor, or like, has a crazy story behind it. It always just makes sense at a whole new level. Like, you'll just be listening to it and you'll be like, wait, what? You know, rewind it. It's just super next level. You know, if 2017 isn't his year, you know, 2018 is for sure gonna be huge for him. Another Chicago artist I want to talk about is Saba. Saba is an artist with a crazy catalog. He's been at it for a while now. There's a couple good projects out there from the West Side who has collaborated with people like Chance the Rapper, Mick Jenkins, a couple more right moves from Saba, and he'll definitely be huge. And I think 2017 could definitely be that year. Doo-Wop Kane, he's out of Atlanta. I want to say he's 14. He may be 15, but he's young. You know, people like Yachty, fuck with him. If you're from Atlanta, you're cool with Doo-Wop for sure. But yeah, he definitely fits into the new sound, and he's definitely someone I can't even really describe. You just gotta go check him out. There's my list, just my opinion. If I forgot someone, let me know who I forgot. Let me know if I should make more vlogs. I've never done this before. I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing it or not, but it was kind of fun, so.